Hello, it's Pink Flamingo Vapes again. Sorry I've been kind of out of it, but I got this very pretty background and trying to do a few new things for the channel. And I'm also going to start a Facebook group. And if you like, share, and subscribe, you might be entered into something that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. But it starts with a G and ends with a Y. And it is free. But anyway, today I'm here to talk about the Artesian Triple Mesh Horizon Tech, and I am pairing it up against the Freemax Mesh Pro Triple Mesh. Okay, this is just not my style. I couldn't really find, I won this tank from DJLSB Vapes. Thank you very much, Daniel. You are so nice. And I just can't find anything that it matches, so I guess that's a reason to buy a new mod, maybe. I've also had leaking with this tank. I've checked the O-rings. I've made sure everything was sealed tight. I don't know where the leaking's coming from. Flavor is really good. It did take about 2 tanks, maybe not 2 tanks, about 1 tank to break in the coil, and I didn't have that with the Mesh Pro, and they both used the wood pulp cotton jammy stuff, whatever it is. No, I'm not trying to be Jay Hayes. I just said jammy. I don't know why. But anyway, that's vapor production and flavor on this. Let's go up to, it's recommended between 80 and 85, I think. Let me check my notes. Yes, 80 and 85. So let's go to 82 and a half. I don't want to burn my coil out. Now I got the same juice in both. Vapor production, flavor's pretty good. Sorry about my shaky hands. I don't have a tripod yet, but it's coming. Okay, now the Mesh Pro. This one's rated between 80 and 110. Flavor is phenomenal, and I usually get around a week and a half to 2 weeks out of these triple mesh coils. I will say, at least Horizon Tech did include the triple mesh. Freemax did not, and I was a little disappointed with that, so I would have to rate that as a con. Horizon Tech will hold up to 7 mils of juice, while the Freemax will only hold 5. 6 with the single, 5 with the double, or the triple with the big fishbowl, which is, that's another con. It's kind of a big tank, you know. Well, it's way big, as you can see. But the flavor is so good that it doesn't even bother me. This one's more, I like the style of this one more. I just wish I had a better drip tip. I don't like the 510. I know it comes out into a wider bore, but I can still, it just still feels like I'm vaping from an old Eco pen or something, you know. But I do believe that the flavor off of this is pretty darn good. Just took a little more time to break in, and I'm having issues with it leaking. These coils are interchangeable. All the Falcon coils are. You can use the triple mesh coils in any of your other Falcon tanks that you have, whether it be the original, the resin, which I have right here, and I have checked it, and yes, they do interchange. They did change a little bit on that, like the airflow a little bit, but that's about all they changed really in the looks. It still has the 510. Well, the drip tip is wider bored, but it's still a 510. Whereas the original it was 510 all the way up with a semi bigger bore. So with the battle of the triple mesh tanks, which one do I think that is best? I'm gonna have to say the Freemax, and the reason being is I just love the flavor off of this tank. Vapor production is phenomenal. This is the only tank that I use. I usually use rebuildables, but for convenience sakes, I do like to have a good tank around, and this has been my go-to tank for at least a month and a half now. I mean, I just love it. Cons with this one is the leaking, definitely. I'm not a real big fan of the artesian colors. I guess maybe they have different color options. Not really for sure. Like I said, I won this one. The flavor's pretty good, but in my honest opinion, I think the flavor off of the triple mesh Freemax coils are better. I think the vapor production is better. I'm just being honest, and that's the way I'll always be. I'm a consumer. I am not a paid reviewer. If you want to see all the text and specs and all that good stuff, you go to one of their channels. I'm just going to tell you whether it's worth buying or not. Both of them are solid tanks. If you can get this one to quit leaking, I would recommend this one in a heartbeat, as well as the Mesh Pro. The Mesh Pro does have a couple flaws, like this slide fill. Sometimes it'll just pop open, but the Falcon tank, you have to twist, and sometimes you don't get it all the way on there, and it can definitely leak, you know, if you don't get it on there, so you have to watch that. But other than that, both of them are very solid tanks. Just my personal preference is the Mesh Pro. Freemax has always made solid products, and they continue to do so, as does Horizon Tech. They make really solid products. So basically it comes down to your preference. If you like the color options, if you like the styles. I definitely like the Horizon Tech style because it's smaller than the Freemax. The Freemax is a huge tank, and it kind of looks funny on some mods, but you know, looks ain't everything, because I'm out for the flavor and the vapor. And that's about all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. I plan on making better videos. I'm trying to get better and better, so constructive criticism is very much welcome. And I hope you guys have a great day, evening, or whenever you're watching this, and keep on vaping and stay off them cigarettes.